Hey, and what's up, world? Welcome to the 37th edition of the Take One podcast. And as you know, I've been dropping a lot of stuff, a lot of podcasts. I'm dropping a podcast every single day of this week. I don't know if I'm going to keep that going, which I'm probably not. I'm probably going to slow down with the Take One podcast. Probably going to do only a few next week. But I tried to drop 7 of them last week. I dropped I think about 5. Yeah, about 5 podcasts last week. I wanted to drop 7. This week I'm dropping 7. I'm dropping a podcast a day. And yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm dropping also a lot of videos, movie reviews, spoiler casts, quick takes and all that stuff. Check it out, and everything is in the description below. Subscribe to my channel, like this video and all the other videos, and I will continue to put out content as I constantly am saying that I'm expanding my channel. It's not going to be the Take One, or it's not going to be Take One Entertainment Reviews anymore. It's going to have a new name. I'm still deciding on it, but it will be basically everything. Hopefully, my deadline is to have it launched, which is saying it's a big website or anything, but to have this new channel in full gear by the first week of October. That's when I want to have everything done, or that's when everything is going to be done. I'm not going to say when I want it. That's when everything needs to be done and is going to be done. And I'm going to be doing a whole lot more videos and all that stuff. So expect a lot from this channel going forth, because I am working tirelessly, and I really mean tirelessly, just to put out content for you guys. I'm not a big YouTuber name. I don't have, I don't even have like 50 subscribers. I don't have 100. I don't have 1,000. Or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of subscribers or anything like that. God, man, I'm far away from having over 1 million subscribers. But at the same time, I'm a guy that loves movies. I'm a guy that loves TV shows. I'm a guy that loves a lot of things. And I love being creative. I love movies. I've already said that. But I love music as well, but I do love movies, and I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff that's more movie orientated with this channel, other than just reviews. So I'm not going to announce what I have in mind, but it's going to be other things besides reviews of movies, shows, and music and stuff like that. So I have other things in mind that I want to do, and as I'm putting out stuff, I'm looking to see what works. Certain things I might change up or whatever going forward, but as of right now, just check out everything that I have in store, everything that I have, already on, that I put up all last week and beginning of this week. And just like I said, subscribe and like and all that stuff. Let people know, turn your notifications and all that stuff. But getting that out the way, I'm going to get into the first subject. I feel like I had to get that announcement, because as it get closer to the time, I'm going to let you guys know everything. But just to get into the first topic. The first topic is the title topic. Why don't video game movies work? So we done had a crazy amount of video game movies that have done not that good. The only successful video game movies. I'm not going to say series, because we don't have too many video game series that, exceed the second film. Well, exceed past the second film. But I can say the only one is Resident Evil, which those are bad movies. I say the only one that I like out of that whole bunch was the first film. That's the only one that I will actually sit down if it's on and watch it. Yeah, it's a bit dated. The CG and all that stuff is a bit dated. But that's the only one that I truly like out of that whole franchise. if you can even call it that. Ugh, damn, those movies fucking suck. But in any case, so you have movies like Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which are guilty pleasures. A lot of people love Mortal Kombat. I look at it and it's not really a real movie. But at the same time, it's still better than a lot of the other ones. You have Assassin's Creed that came out last year. You have Warcraft that came out last year. Both did not do so good critically and just, through the audience. Those movies, it was just, I enjoyed, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Warcraft. It had its problems. I enjoyed that way more than Assassin's Creed. But, it had its problems. But just moving on with that, you have movies like Super Mario Brothers, House of the Dead, which I fucking love. House of the Dead, I fucking love. I'm going to do a review on that, just to show how much I love that movie. It is a horrible film. It is a bad film, but it is one of my favorite guilty pleasure films. Also, you had Doom, which I do love. That one I love as well. It's another guilty pleasure film that I love. It's bad, but I love it. And then you have, I'm just naming off stuff. You got Need for Speed, freaking, what else? Damn it. You got all the Uber Bowl movies. You got like Blood Rain and stuff like that. You have all these video game movies that don't do good. I mean, you even had Ratchet and Clank that came out last year, I believe. I haven't seen it, but I heard that wasn't that good. And that was a computer animated film for kids. I don't think that did good in the box office. I don't think nobody really went to go see it. The marketing for it was bad. But in any case, so these movies don't do that good. Like I said, the only successful movies that came out of just being a video game, and loosely, I might add, is Resident Evil, the Resident Evil franchise. And it's like the question, why don't these movies work? We have big, freaking expectations for certain movies. Warcraft and Assassin's Creed, we had big expectations for those movies, and those movies let people down. They let me down, and seeing, like I said, I liked, Warcraft a lot. But I can see that it could have been better. I see that it could have been better. I mean, as far as you had the Tomb Raider movies, those, I think the first one did decent. I don't think the second one did that good. But then, you still have comic book movies. You still have video game movies coming out. You got movies like Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider with Alicia Vikander. And then you have an Uncharted movie that's supposed to be coming out. I don't know if they got any cast or director or anybody for that movie. But they're coming out with that. And I believe that's all that I know of as of right now. But I know a lot of other video games have been in talks, but, plans fell through. Or, just basically just been in talks, and that's it. Or just rumors or whatever. But I heard, it's kind of hard cracking into that. I mean, because for a while, people couldn't crack superhero movies. I mean, you may get like a good one, but after a while, it's just, they didn't take it serious. I mean, because you had the first Superman movie, and then you had Superman 2, I believe. I haven't seen the original Superman movies with Christopher Reeve, but I heard that the first two are good, but the 3 and 4 are just bad. Then you have Batman and Batman Returns. The Tim Burton movies were both good. But then when you get to Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, you start to decline majorly. Wow. Did I really? Yeah, okay. So, you got those movies. And then it took it a while before they got their footing. And now you get superhero movies back to back all year. Get like about 5 or 6 of them each year. And they are thriving. That's one of the big major genres out now as far as movies go. A lot of people are getting superhero fatigue, but at the same time, these movies are making money. And that's what these video game movies need to do. They need to find their footing. It takes 1 to 2 movies to be good. As of right now, I don't think this new Tomb Raider movie is going to be good because of just my experience with these. Every I'm about to say superhero movie, every video game movie before it has not been good. Whether it wasn't purposely or just purposely just don't give a fuck, like the Uwe Boll movies. So it's like, what can it take for these movies to be actually good? It takes one movie, one person taking it serious, like spending their time on it, taking time with the source material, finding out what works, what don't works, and trying to bring an aspect to the big screen which is kind of similar to the same experience. Now, I'm not talking about these movies. If you're bringing like a Black Ops or a Halo movie, you bring it to the screen like a Hardcore Henry movie, which I didn't have no problem with. I like the Hardcore Henry movie, but you don't have to bring it to the screen like that to where it's like a first person all throughout there. You know, you don't have to do it like that. But the one element I believe that a lot of people have been saying that it's, you know, it kind of rings true, but there is ways around this. It's not, I don't think it's like the main reason why these movies can be successful, but you're taking the element away that, you know, is working for these video game, for just basically video games, is the control aspect of it. You as a player, when you're watching a movie, your mind kind of puts you in the movie as if you're this person. That's why, like, if you see a dancing movie and you see somebody dancing, you know, you kind of like twitch a little bit because you kind of like, or, you know, move your leg a little bit because, and for a second you're in there and you're trying to move, or if it's fighting, or if it's like a horror film where a person is like fall down, they're trying to ease away from a zombie or a monster trying to get them, and you kind of like move and, you know, just doing stuff like that. You put yourself in the place of that character, and that's why you do those things. Now, when it comes to video games, you are basically in control of everything. You're not living vicariously through a character in the game. I guess in a sense you are, but it's not like you're not in control. You are in control. If you have a story where you have to get into this room, you don't necessarily have to take 2 steps right, open up that, and then walk around in a circle and then go that way. You don't have to do anything. You can have free reign, even if it's not one of those video games like, you know, Grand Theft Auto, where you can do all this other stuff, and then if you want to do a mission, you do a mission. It could be just, you know, you walk around. You control the character. You are the character. Whatever you want the character to do, they do. Or, you know, whatever they can do that you can control them to do, they do. You know? So when you're translating it to a movie format, you're taking away that element. You're taking away that control that the player has. And I've heard like a lot of people say that that is one of the aspects as to why, you know, video games don't work. And I can kind of agree with that, but I could kind of not, because when you look at video games now, a lot of the exciting parts are like the cutscenes from when you don't control it. Sometimes you do control cutscenes. They'll have it to where, you know, you have to press a button like a whole bunch of times for someone to do something, and then you watch something happen, and then you gotta press like down like 5 times and stuff, and then they'll do something else. You know, they might have something like that, but a lot of the cutscenes you don't control. You know, you're watching certain stuff unfold, and then you get back to the gameplay. But, you know, you don't have to have that same character control in a movie in order to enjoy it as a movie. All you have to do is first make a good film. Matter of fact, try to set out to make a great film. Work on it. You can bring a lot of the stuff from the source material into the movie and have it not be, you know, just trash. You can work without the element. You don't have to work with the element of, you're controlling the person. Give that person life. If a person is acting a certain way in the video game, find an actor or, that can bring that person to life, that can make that person be like it is in the game. Bring that world to a real life visual rather than just watching on the game. There's a lot of ways you can go around it. All it takes is just that one director, that one writer that's taking that care. Matter of fact, I just put it, they just take that one filmmaker. They're just taking the care with it like a little fragile baby child. Taking that care with that property and actually making a good movie out of it. I still would love to. I haven't really played the Halo games. I think they're kind of overrated, but I haven't played it like that to really garner a opinion. But from what I've played, it's like, it's whatever. But I would love to see a Halo movie, especially a good Halo movie. Because it looks like it has a lot of potential. Or I ain't going to say potential, but it has a lot of good ideas and a whole lot of visuals that will more than likely translate well onto the big screen. And plus, I'm a big sci-fi guy. Like, I ain't going to say a big sci-fi guy, but I'm a guy that's really intrigued about future tech, just the future and just, space and, traveling to other planets. To me, that's really interesting. I would love to see that. I would love to see a freaking Dead Space. That game, I've played Dead Space 2. That game is creepy as fuck. That game is crazy. If you haven't played Dead Space, play it. That movie is that game is crazy. But I would love to see a live action version of Dead Space on the big screen. I would love to see a live action version of Mass Effect. I've only played, I think I played Mass Effect 2 or 3. It's either one of them. I know it wasn't 1. I think it was 2 I played. I didn't play it like crazy. I think I got to a point where I couldn't get past and then I just gave it up. But I played it and I'm really intrigued by that game. I would love to see a live adaptation of that game onto the big screen as a movie. I would love to see that. It's a lot of video games that I would love to see. I would love to see a Black Ops film. I would love to see that. A Battleground film. Not Battleground, a Battlefield film. I would love to see that. On paper, just saying it like these movies should be easy to make. You have a source material, just take that and go with it. But a lot of times these filmmakers, they like to take liberties like they did with Assassin's Creed. They took a lot of liberties. You took one of the aspects of the game that is playing in time and doing the fighting and stuff like that and finding out a mystery and all that. You're taking that away to show a plot in a movie that we don't really care about. Now, see, when you do stuff like that, then yeah, the movie is going to fail. Taking away the control aspect of it is not going to make a big difference. People are going to go see a movie to see a movie. You're not going to go see a movie and be like, damn, I wish I could control that actor, do this and blah, blah. No, it doesn't make a major factor in it. It doesn't factor. When people want to go see Assassin's Creed, they want to see if they can bring that to the big screen. When people want to go, if you were the fan of Warcraft and you seen the trailers and you want to go see the Warcraft movie, you went to go see it, not expecting to control the characters, but you wanted to see these characters being brought to life in a story. You want to be told a story. You want to have cool visuals. You want to walk out smiling. You go into these movies like that, and all it takes is just one. It's just. What it is like, I don't think that they're taking care with it. It's just not the right filmmaker in line. These studios, a lot of times, I don't believe that they have an idea of the game player community. Now, I'm not saying that I understand gamers or anything like that. I couldn't tell you the first thing about gaming, what you may need to, do this and do that. But I don't think that they understand gamers and what that community is like and what they expect from a game, and I don't think they understand a game. They probably might be like, oh, this game looks cool, let's adapt it, this and that. It's just, I don't know. It's a lot of stuff that can go forward. There's a lot of stuff that they can do to make these movies great. But I don't think that they really focus on trying to do that. They just focus on trying to make a profit, and that just kind of sucks. But I think they should just do a lot more with it. It takes that one filmmaker to make an awesome, like, adaptation of a video game, and then it's going to take somebody else to do that. I'm like, oh, well, they made that good. Let me see if I do this. And then they take another person. You make that movie good, take another person. So hopefully this new Tomb Raider movie is good. And then that would inspire the people. I don't know if it's Sony or I think, yeah, Sony. Yeah, because Uncharted is under Sony PlayStation. Like, you can only play that on the PlayStation. So yeah, I would think that the studio that will bring it to life would be Sony. So yeah, so hopefully Sony, when they're bringing this, they'll take good care with it. Maybe, you know, once they see the Tomb Raider and if that movie is awesome, you know, then they can be like, yo, we need to do this because you have everything. You have the source material. Just go buy it. Just make it good. That's it. That's all. Just make a good video game movie. I mean, it's some of them that I do like. I'm not even going to say that all of them are bad. The Mario Brothers movie is tolerable. Like I said, I love House of the Dead. I love Doom. Even though I said those are bad movies, I still love them. I love the first Resident Evil movie. Hate the rest of them. Yeah, matter of fact, I love Silent Hill, the first film. The second one is just, oh my God, that's just, the first one threw up. And that was what that movie was. I'm not even gonna get into it. I may do a review on it because that just sucked. I ain't gotta play the game to know that movie sucked ass. But in any case, let me move on to the next one. I tried not to make this long, and I'm already in 20 minutes. I had a lot to say about that. Like, guys, I did this in the last Take One podcast. You know, I had a lot to say. I even went longer with this one than I did with the first topic of the other one. But I'm going to try and make this as brief as I can. I'm not going to talk too much on this. But it's just one things that I just kind of wanted to throw out there. So, streaming series as like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, and stuff like that have been really popular. Even like TV shows. Like freaking AMC, like the TV channels like AMC, you got Stars and stuff like that. They, especially HBO with Game of Thrones, they have been basically turning one thing and making it popular. Because at one time, like TV shows are just, basically TV and movies were different. You got movies up there at the top, but then you have TV shows right below it at the bottom. Now they're literally kind of in the same medium because you're going to see movie stars in TV series that you probably would have never seen before had not, like, well, I say maybe about 15 years ago. You wouldn't see that. I wouldn't be surprised if Robert Downey Jr. ended up in a TV series. You know, whether it's on Netflix, Hulu, or, you know, a streaming series or a regular TV series. I wouldn't be surprised. Or Scarlett Johansson or something of that nature. You're seeing big stars like freaking Tom Hardy is in the TV show. I think it was on TBS or TNT. I don't know. It was on some station called Taboo. I haven't watched it yet. But Tom Hardy is a big movie star who is in the TV series. You know, that you would have never seen this about 15 years ago. I don't even think 10 years ago we wouldn't have seen this. It's crazy how TV series have came up. Streaming series and all that stuff. You got a lot of them on the basically same level as movies. Now they're mini movies. You got them just as good as that. Character development, just the writing of it and all that stuff. A lot of these TV series you can look at and be called like basically mini movies. You know, you got freaking Game of Thrones. I think that one is shot as a movie or shot like a movie with movie cameras and stuff like that. But it's like I feel like certain properties that were movies probably need to be TV series, or could work. I ain't gonna say better, but work good as a TV series. Now, these I'm just throw out certain titles or whatever. I'm not gonna like mention because I already mentioned in a podcast that about biopics being used as streaming and TV series. So this is like other properties, just movies that I feel like could be better served as a TV series or streaming series. But just to go in the mix of like horror, like movies like Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. I ain't want to say Texas Chainsaw, but just movies like those could work as a TV series. Like, just think about it. And it don't even have to be like 12 episodes. It could be like 6, 8 episodes. You don't even have to have it that long. Every Halloween, you could drop a new Halloween season. And each year, have the same actors be, whatever. I mean, you can do it. Well, I'm basically, Jamie Lee Curtis's character. I forget her name in the Halloween. But you can have an actress play her every single year and all this stuff. You can have that. You literally can have that. I can see them having it like maybe a few days before Halloween. And then having it like maybe if it's 6 episodes, the first 3 episodes are the day before Halloween. And then the next 3 episodes are the whole day of Halloween. You can stretch that out. And plus you get more time to get the backstory of certain characters and stuff like that you wouldn't normally have time to get to the backstory when you're doing movies, especially if they're a significant character in the person's life. You'll have that. And just think of like Friday the 13th. You literally can stretch that out. Have that like kids running through the woods trying to get out and blah blah. You can literally stretch that out. I'm not saying that they have these series that have to be crazy long. They don't have to be 24 episodes. You don't have to put it on CW or nothing like that, or Fox, where they have like 16 to 20 something episodes. You don't have to do that. They don't even have to be 10 episodes long. Like I said, 6 to 8 episodes. And that's just for streaming. Certain other ones, you can extend it a little bit further. For Nightmare on Elm Street, you could extend that a little bit further. That one, I believe you can extend a little bit further. You can... what other movies? I can't really think of too many other movies, which I guess is good because I need to end this podcast real soon. But, movies like that, I feel like could do better as a Netflix series because you have more time to develop it. Now, with Halloween, you don't have to go into the backstory of Michael Myers. Go into it quick like you did in the first original film, in the first John Carpenter Halloween film. You don't have to go into the backstory too much with Jason. Do it like how you did in... Matter of fact, you can kind of do it how you did in the first one. You can make maybe the first episode, his mom, and then show him after that, and just show stuff like that. Show how he become Jason, and then he's killing people in Camp Crystal Lake and stuff like that. You can do it of that nature, and you can touch more into the backstory of Freddy. You can do a what's his name, a Pinhead, a Hellraiser series. Maybe not Chucky or anything like that. And this is all going horror. This is stuff that I just come off the top of the head. But you can do stuff like that. You can expand on it. Shit. Man, it's so many possibilities. There's so many movies that you probably could come up with, like probably about 2, 3, 4 movies that could be translated well in a Netflix series or a television series that you can find on cable or something like that. I mean, the possibilities are endless. There's a lot of reasons why it would work. But that's just my opinion, just my thoughts on that real quick. And I'm going to end it right there. So this has been the 37th edition of the Take One podcast. And I'd like to thank you guys for joining me. Took time out your day. And thank you for listening, man. I'm working tirelessly, trying to put up content on my channel. And I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be working like a freaking slave. That I'm whipping myself on the back and doing all this stuff. Keep, keep tuned to everything that's going to be done with my channel and everything else. And I think that's really all I got to say. Everything is down there in the description, from social media and links to my movie reviews and everything else. And yeah, I think that's about it. Until the 38th edition of the Take One Podcast, I will see you then. Peace.